Selections, to his credit, named to replace the injured Kobe Bryant last year. And now the leading vote-getter among front-court players in the West. He'll be a starter at the Garden in February. Here's Rachel Nichols with the inside story.
Congratulations on All-Star. Last year, you had to be a commissioner's pick just to be invited to the weekend.
Yeah.
Now you're starting.
It's a great honor. It's a testament to all the hard work that I put in. Now it's showing off, on the floor, and it's an unbelievable feeling.
It's especially amazing when you think back to where you were in high school. I mean, people wouldn't believe it looking at you now. Can you describe what you look like?
6'2", 175 maybe. Wore goggles in games, skinny. No one passed me the ball. I really never got picked on teams. I had no say-so in huddles. I had nothing. I was just another player sitting at the end of the bench. That was Anthony Davis. That was me.
To grow 8 inches and put on 65 pounds in such a short period of time, how do you keep clothes on your back?
That was all my mom, my dad. I was like, Mom, I can't fit in my bed. I can't fit my shoes. I can't fit these jeans you just bought me. She was like, I just bought that 3 weeks ago.
You played at the guard position. You switched over as you got taller, but how has that influenced the way you play the game now?
Being able to use them guard skills still to this day and being a big man's body is awesome.
AD really starting to heat it up.
Most guys can't get the rebound to, get the ball off the glass and push it up the floor and make the play. So I'm glad I have the ability to do so.
You are, of course, very recognizable. 6'10". Makes a difference there, but you got the brow. The brow, which basically has its own advertising campaigns now. I know you trademarked it. Is it fun for you?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Everybody recognizes me as the brow, but they don't say my name. I see a lot of crazy things, seeing babies with it, seeing in Kentucky I could dog-headed on. It was just so much going on with it. I'm embracing it, people are embracing it, so it's all fun.
Did anyone along the way try to get you to trim it in some way?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even my twin sister, she tried. She was like, let me trim it,
Tried to get in there with some tweezers?
Like, nah, I'm fine.
There's this great video of you from high school where you're talking about how your goal is to become a high school basketball coach. I assume your goals have changed somewhat since then.
It's just something I love. I just love being around the game. I didn't think all this, that happened in the past 5-6 years was going to happen. I'm glad it did, but I had a different plan, when I was younger.
What is the plan now for what your ceiling might be as a player?
Keep getting better.
Anthony Davis like a boss.
Each and every game, each and every day.
About to.
First step of that plan is to try to make the playoffs and be a powerhouse contender in the West. It's a tough conference, but I know we're more than capable of being one of them elite teams, not just in the West, but in the NBA.
Well, thank you very much, Rachel. I love hearing stories like that because I love to hear about guys when they were growing up and hearing Anthony Davis say, they never passed me the ball. And then, finally you grow, and I think it's a great tale for a lot of kids out there who are coming up and wondering where they're going to fit in, how they should continue playing the game, and that kind of thing.
Well, the game has no size or no effort. It's just about determination. But when you get a blessing like that, like he had, it just took it to another level. But that's that one thing great about basketball, all sizes. He was still playing when he was 6'2". He was trying to play the game at 6'2", and you could play it at any size, anything. But now he's a dominant player. I've never seen another guy who actually, the only guy I remember that did something like this that I know of my head was Lamar Odom. He was like 6'1", 6'2". As a sophomore, and he grew.
He had those great handles too.
Yeah, and he grew. He used to play on our AAU team named High, and he grew 7 inches. I didn't recognize him the second year that he came back, so I didn't even know who he was. So I remember that happened to him. Charles, that happened to you too.
It happened to me. I grew from 5'10" to 6'5" in 1 year, and he said something.
But you were 5. You didn't change weight like he did. He was 5'10". You didn't say anything about the staff. You didn't change weight.
But he said something that makes sense. That was good though. I give you one for Kenny. But he said something interesting. People say, what was the best attribute that helped your game when you grew? I said, the ability to be able to dribble. Because big guys cannot dribble. And I always tell people, if I get a big guy 12 to 15 feet from the basket, I always felt that I had a really huge advantage. Because I don't want to bang with a guy who's 6'9", 6'10", because he has a physical advantage. But you take him out there about 12, 15 feet, you have a huge advantage. The big guys only move their feet twice. But, we're so lucky in the NBA. Our 3 best players, maybe 4, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Steph Curry. They're great people. People always talk about we need villains and all this other stuff. That's true. but our 4 best players probably on the planet right now are really just nice guys.
Oh, that's a great point.
And that's a blessing for us, because listen, nobody want to get on here and talk about bad guys. Even if they're great players, we don't want to talk about them. But to have our better players be really nice men, that's great for the NBA.
Were you always
Never said that about Shaq, though.
Were you always a 7-footer even when you were like in 4th grade?
I grew 2 inches every summer. But you know, back to Anthony Davis. You know, to go from they never passed me the ball to being an all-star is just a true testament of hard work. You know, most guys mimic who they become, and as Chuck has already stated, he was a guard. He worked on his handle, and what I like about his game is he runs the floor, he rebounds, he plays defense, and he has guard-like abilities. And there's really no other center that plays like that. And I think that's why the fans say, you know what, Brow, it's your time to shine, because there's really no other big guy playing like him in the league.
3rd in scoring, 10th in rebounds, 1st in block shots, and shooting 56%. And when we come back, the panel weighing in on who should be the Western Conference reserves. This should be interesting. We'll be back.